man comes home and he's hungry, would you wake up and make him a meal?
No.
Hell no, he can
Be
buy his own
independent.
shit.
Be independent.
No, he makes me a meal. What the fuck?
I didn't hear your answer.
I mean, I'm happily married. I'd make him a meal.
You'd make it?
Thanks, man.
No, take it back. I'll make the meal. I'll make the meal.
2 divorces.
Kids?
Yes.
How many
I have
kids?
3.
From how many fathers?
2. So I have 2 to my first marriage and then 1 from a guy I dated in high school.
And then question the 2 divorces. Who initiated them?
I did for both.
Briefly, what was the reason for the first one?
The first one, he was kind of manipulative and controlled.
Really quickly, how was he controlling?
I couldn't spend any money. I had to get permission to spend anything. I didn't work. I stayed at home. I had to cook. I had to clean. If I didn't have dinner ready when he expected it to be ready, he would be upset.
Okay, and you stayed home and he provided everything?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have dinner ready when he got home?
Well, I had to maintain 2 small children.
Did you have friends that you were allowed to go see?
His friends kind of became my friends. And one of our friends, and this is going to sound bad, who ended up being my second husband, stopped coming to our house because he said he didn't like the way he talked to me. And
Wait, so you started dating one of your buddy's good friends?
I know I'm not a good person.
Yeah, that's
like
bad.
I'm a bag. That's okay.
Wait, what?
She started banging her boyfriend's best friend.
No, they weren't best friends.
Well, they were close enough.
Let's get this straight. They were not best friends.
I mean, not anymore, they're not.
True.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
How much do you weigh?
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. We don't play that shit on my channel. You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. God damn! I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads. Where would you rank yourself on the marketplace?
8.
Out of what, 100?
Okay, what is it? What we rating from 1 to 10?
If you, yeah.
Okay, 9.
God damn! Okay, have a good day. If you had to rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 and you can't use 7, face only, no hair extensions, your natural hair, your natural face, what would you give yourself?
Interesting. 8.
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay, so if I wanted a high volume man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. I'm gonna be honest, you can't.
I have a master's in public administration, and I have a law degree.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Dress size?
16.
You didn't choose to be single.
I'm sorry?
Do you have any kids?
No kids. My ex had 4, so I'm trying to, that's kind of a big number. Oh,
Why'd you pop?
I know it's an unpopular opinion, but me, I typically don't like dating men without children, especially after a certain age. I just think it's weird, you know, and I have a child and I love children and God only gave me one, so I want to be with someone who has children. I've never dated a man that didn't have children. And that's a deal breaker than the average woman.
Gotcha.
So a man without children is weird to you?
After a certain age, yeah. I feel like after a certain age, you don't have no children. It's just strange to me. You know, like nobody owed you. Nobody took them genetics, you know, like I think it's strange, you know, so it's a personal preference.
No, that's
Okay.
good.
And why'd you pop your balloon?
As she talked a little more, I thought about the fact that I don't want any other kids, and I do only have one kid, so I think I would rather someone who had a kid already, just because I don't want to have any more, and I wouldn't want to date anybody who didn't have kids, because they probably want kids.
Gotcha.
Okay.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like, your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
What pisses me off is the discourse around how women only go for the top 15% of men. Like, am I supposed to be going for the fat loser who doesn't have a job and lives at home? Am I supposed to be attracted to that? Obviously, I'm going to be attracted to the guy who's ambitious, the guy who's manly, the guy who takes care of himself and his health and works out, the guy who's tall, the guy who's going to give my kids good genetics. Why on earth would I be attracted to the fat loser? Or any loser for that matter. Even an average guy. Like, why, if I could pick the best of the best, why would I be attracted to the mid-tier? Like, hello. Especially if I'm a top quality girl. What happened to earning your place in this world? You're gonna be a loser in this life and then expect people to want you? Like, that's just common sense that that's not going to happen. Like, if I was fat and ugly, I would not be surprised that men are not going for me and instead they want the girls who are fit and beautiful. Like, I didn't earn to be on their level. I didn't earn to be wanted like that. So maybe instead of complaining that women only want the top 15%, work on becoming top 15% or somewhere near that number. Instead of sitting at home being a loser, trying to be a little victim.
My grandma said there are only two things in life that you worry about. Whether you're healthy or whether you're sick. If you're healthy, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're sick, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to get better, whether you're going to get worse. You get better, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you get worse, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to live, whether you're going to die. If you live, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you die, you got two things. Whether you're going to heaven, whether you're going to hell. If you go to heaven, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you go to hell, you got two things to worry about. Original or extra crispy?
All right. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Boogie. We're back in here with another live stream, man. Shout out to you guys for your support. I thought I should come in and we kick it and we react to a few videos, give our opinions, report new dating news going on. So shout out to you guys for supporting your boy. Like the video. That's number one. Comment down below where you're watching from. I appreciate everybody who supports the channel. We are growing slowly but surely. It's our own journey, but we have so many videos to talk about. You see the title. It's not crazy. Women are saying they don't want men who are virgins. Meaning if you're a good man and you've been holding down yourself, not in these streets, not sleeping around, they don't want you because you got no experience. The funny thing is, they want men with experience, so men who have so many women, but at the same time, they don't want men who cheat. But if a man gets so many women and he sleeps with so many women, how is he ever going to learn how to be in a committed relationship? How did he learn to be in a committed relationship? And then you want him to be faithful and not cheat. Crazy. It's crazy, I know. And at the same time, they talk about because they want a man who can get women, they think men should also want women who have multiple men or who have slept with multiple men. They think it's the same thing. They think attraction is symmetrical, but it's not. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's go to the first video from Ashley. I reacted to this video before. This woman came on Ashley's channel. She talked about men were not approaching her. Ashley gave us some advice. She had a nose ring. She took it out. Now we're going to see if Ashley's advice worked and if men are approaching her, but most importantly, if she has been able to keep a man, because she said men are not approaching her. She wants to get married. Men don't approach her. Ashley gave her advice. She came back for an update. Let's go.
The update. I see we got the hair out. Okay.
Miss Ashley, I took the hair out.
I decided to step out a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And I'm going outside. I'm literally outside. I'm journaling affirmations and working on my coaching program. Like I'm here. I took the nose ring out.
Okay.
I did the curtain bangs a little bit. The curls fell, but I did some bangs.
Most men associate nose rings with intimacy.
Hi, how are you,
Beauty.
Miss
Welcome
Ashley?
in.
I am interested in being married. Not sure what I'm doing, not attracting what I want.
So before marriage, are men approaching you to take you out on a date? Step number one.
No.
When was the very last time a man approached you?
That was about a week ago.
Okay, and then what happened?
He texted me and just was like, oh, would you come over? And I was like, nah, we're not doing that.
That's what he thought immediately. Okay, Sisha, can I see you head to toe? How you look right now because you are in public?
Yes.
Okay. Not that the nose ring isn't cute on you. I'm not saying it doesn't look good. But most men associate nose rings with intimacy. So I want us to remove that.
No, not even just intimacy. Most men associate nose ring with, first of all, you're masculine, number one. But number two, you are freaky. Not even just intimacy, you're freaky.
Girl, listen, I'm not playing like
Okay, that ring needs to come off too, that ring. Because if you look quick enough, it may look like an engagement ring. And I want you to wear your hair down, not in a ponytail.
So don't wear a ponytail. Okay.
No, we don't want ponytail. Can you wear your hair out? Even if it's your natural hair, I want hair out.
Out. Okay.
Yeah.
I have TWA, little afro.
So you can do your little afro with a dress and a pair of heels. So you can do a little summer sundress, do a sundress, and a little thong heel that you slip on.
A thong heel, like toes out?
Toes out.
Okay, so
bright color. Something bright. Pink, blue, white. Brighter lip color. Because I saw the nose ring, I saw black eyeliner, and then I saw brown lip liner, right? That combination gives edge.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm over here thinking I'm demure, thinking I'm, soft.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're not. Like your energy feels that way to me. It doesn't feel like you aren't. But I'm just saying first impression, that's what I got. So you can do your natural hair. I like the twist out. And then I want you to think of another hair, maybe a hair piece where you have a bang. Some type of curtain bang. It could be short. It doesn't need to be long.
Oh, a bang. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
curtain
I like
bang.
That. I haven't done bangs in a long time.
Yeah.
I haven't done bangs in a long time.
And I want us to go to different locations in your city. Okay, so every week you should be going out. That goes to everyone here. Going to this cafe, if no one's responding to you as you are right now, then we need to try a new outfit and then come back to this location.
And see what happens.
Absolutely. Yeah, beautiful girl, but take it up a notch.
All right, so that time she came on Ashley's show and was saying men are not approaching me. Ashley gave us some advice. Ashley said, remove the nose ring. I kind of agreed with that. But the point is, which I made because I reacted to this to the first time when she came on, the first time, I said that Ashley focuses more on the look of these women, but doesn't go deeper to ask why from the men who approach, they don't stay with these women. Because I can guarantee you that woman she's a good looking woman. So I know she gets approached, whether on Instagram or out, whatever the case is, she gets approached. But the real question is, for all the men in her past who have been in her life, how come she couldn't keep them? It wasn't because she was ugly. It wasn't because just of the nose ring, but that's where Ashley doesn't talk about it. So let's see when she came back, let's see what happened.
So sometimes it's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. If every day when you're walking out the door, as soon as you get out the door and no one is approaching you, it's the way you're putting yourself together. It's simple as that. There's men everywhere. Driving, as you're driving, on the road, in the mall, in the pharmacy, in the Target, in the Walmart, in the Saks, in the Nordstroms, they're everywhere. If you look good, they will approach, okay? The right man will not be intimidated by you. He will not be able to help himself. He's gonna be like, oh my gosh, look at that. I cannot let her go out of my eyesight.
Miss Ashley, the way people treat me is so different.
What? Okay, can you explain the difference? Hold on. Can you explain the difference from when you had your hair in a pony, when you initially came up, towards now versus now? What is the difference?
It's actually a little uncomfortable. Like cars are beeping, stopping, asking if I need a ride. I'm sitting in a bar, I start talking. It's like everyone listens to me. It's like it's like a star power. And like, granted, I'm also like a good talker because I'm knowledgeable about herbs and I want to help women detox from fibroids and reverse PCOS. That's what I'm into, right? Because I'm really into health. But now, like, beauty really had like your advice. I followed it as best as I could. I still got some work to do. I got some rough edges still, you know. But you said something about the desperation energy. And that desperation energy, it doesn't matter if you look like Halle Berry and Lupita Nyong'o, it doesn't matter. Your energy literally determines how the world is going to respond to you. And so I've been working on my energy, and it even affects my business with the women that I'm working with. Thank you.
Okay, so no man, because before she came on saying men are not approaching her, but she's saying she made the changes that Ashley suggested. But where's the man? I thought she was gonna come on and say she found a man, she attracted a man, because she says she wants to attract a man who's going to marry her. So where's the man? Where's the ring? Where's the marriage? Because she's talking about energies. Because this is what women talk about. They think, oh, I don't have a man because of my energy. I don't have a man because of my zodiac sign. I don't have a man because the sun hasn't given me a man because the sun's energy hasn't shined upon me. This is the bullshit. I thought she was going to come on and say, hey, I found a man, I'm listening to my man, I'm being submissive. No, where is it? Where's the man?
Welcome. I'm happy to hear this. So it sounds like the men are lining up. We're getting numbers down. So we've taken another.
Men are lining up where, Ashley? Where? I don't see any men lining up. At least she hasn't said so.
Another step. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay, we're one step ahead.
We're one step ahead. It's one step.
Okay, that's good. That's what counts.
Yet, okay.
No, that's what counts. It's been 2 weeks, girl. It's been like 3 weeks, girl. She said, where the ring at? I took my hair out. It's been 3 weeks. I put the lip on. Where is the ring?
Miss Ashley, though. But to all the ladies on here, please be mindful that when you come up here for advice, you're asking someone who knows. There's a reason why you want to join the live and talk to Miss Ashley. She's not trying to hurt anyone. She's trying to help and improve women's lives. She's trying to help young women stay on track, focus. She's trying to help older women like me. I'm 35. She's trying to help older women like me step into the room in the right way with the right energy. So I just want to thank you for everything you do.
You're welcome, darling.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta say this. The only thing I've seen, there are two things Ashley, because I've reacted to her videos multiple times. There are two things Ashley has told women. Number one, lose weight, because that's in their control. Number two, there's a woman who was blaming men for sexualizing her, but only come to find out she posts very sexy photos on IG. So in that case, she held the woman accountable. So she usually tells women lose weight and don't dress skimpy or sexy or very revealing. Those are the only two things from all the shows I've reacted to from Ashley where she has been honest with women. The other bullshit of your hair, your energy and things like that, it's not going to work. I can guarantee you, because this woman is beautiful. She's 35. If she couldn't find a man from age 21 to age 35, do you guys think it was just the nose ring? How about the energy she gives to men? And I don't, because when they mention energy, they talk about being desperate. No, I'm not talking about the type. I'm talking about the attitude. Maybe that's the best word to use. The attitude she gives to men, these women give to men when they interact with these men. They want to be the boss lady, the independent woman. We are equal with a man and tell a man what to do. That type of energy is what I'm talking about. If that doesn't change, we're going to check back in 10 years and it's going to be the same result. Because first of all, men are catching on. Men are not going for relationships anymore like that. They're not even approaching. That's the first reason she came on here.
I do have one question, Miss Ashley.
Okay, what's the one question?
I got one question. How do I become a better coach to women who are working on their health, working on losing weight, working on balancing their hormones? Like, what do you do when someone feels offended when you're telling them the truth?
Like, it's women. You're trying to coach women. You're a woman. When it comes to accountability and women, they don't come together. So that's an easy answer. If it was me, I don't know what Ashley said, because they're going into too personal that doesn't consist dating, so I'm not going to react to that. But that's an easy answer. She's trying to coach women when she knows women don't like to be held accountable. So that's easy. I would say lie. Just lie to women if you want to make money, which I told you guys last week. I'm about to make a channel where I pander to women. I tell women to hate men. I tell women they're the prize. I tell women they never do wrong. I'm going to call them queens and angels. I'm going to tell them never to settle down. And I'm going to tell them never to date down. I'm going to tell them never to build with a man, to find a man who already established and ready to pay them bills. I'm going to tell them to ask men to, if a man doesn't send $1,000 on the first time before a date, they shouldn't talk to that man. So I'm going to be making a channel to pander to women so I can become rich. Because remember, when you lie, women buy, you know. But anyway, that's all I wanted to review because, looks like she hasn't found a man yet. But shout out to you guys who just joined me right now. Like the video, subscribe. We got so much to talk about. Send a super chat. Support your boy. Okay. Let's go to the next video real quick. This was from Lapif.
Use that, right? When I heard what you said, it's respectable, but I'm gonna tell you from a frame of reference that a man that got options, you would fall to the bottom of the list, because there's so many women that if I heard a woman that had, she in rotation, because if you're meeting a man that got options, you're not the only one, right? So
and that's
she
fine.
told me exactly. No, I know that's I'm not. It's not you. It's women that may think like you. That right there would tell me that you're not that serious, or that you don't like me that much, or whatever it may be, because everybody got the same freaking 24 hours in a day. And I'm pretty sure your life is not more important than mine. So if you're telling me that you got your crap planned to the T, that you can't spare an hour and a half because I'm intentional about you, that's going to be problematic. You're not ready for a relationship. Your life's not set up for a relationship. That's what I would hear.
Yeah. Well,
and again, so can I just say something real quick? So I have like 5 jobs. Okay. I'm constantly in the mix of stuff. I'm a hustler. So it's very difficult for me to have multiple dates in 1 week based off of my schedule. 1 week I might be free because I make my own schedule. 1 week I may be free 3 days, right? But I have other priorities as well. So I think there's a difference of whether it's you have multiple things going on and you have to plan, as opposed to you wanting to move your schedule around and wanting to try to maneuver. And if it works this week and, I can see you next week, and it might be multiple times. I think we do what we want to do. And if we like somebody, we meet somebody and the vibe is right, and it's like, I can't wait to see them, then we going to make sure it happens.
Because here's the thing, and like I say, and I can only speak for myself, but the reason that I say that is, first and foremost, like I said, I'm a mother. So my daughter has cheer practice at 6 a.m. 3 times a week. And then now that we only have to be up at 5 a.m. to make sure we make it a practice by 6 a.m. But then I have to go to work. Then I had to get her home. And then sometimes she got 2 games that she needs to cheer for football and basketball. So, and there sometimes they play back to back in the same week, 3 games. So it's like, I need to be there for my daughter. So trust and believe that when I get home, I don't want to see my phone. I don't want to see anything, because I'm being over in this kid back and forth and helping with hair and makeup and carrying bags. So then you don't have time to be in a relationship.
Exactly. Then she's not ready to be in a relationship. And that's one thing guys don't think about when they try to date single moms. A single mom, guys, I'm going to say it 1,000 times. As a man, I'm not telling you don't date single moms. But if you think there's a time that she's ever going to make you a priority over her kids, you got something else coming for you. No woman, no single mom will ever put another man above her kids, unless those kids live with the baby daddy. So the baby daddy has full custody. But even when a single mom is dating, when a woman has no kids, she's dating just for her. I need a man who's going to take care of me. I need a man who's going to make time for me. I need a man. Everything is about her. So me. Right? That's what they say. Me. Everything. The strategy changes when they get kids. The strategy becomes, I need a man who's going to accept my kids first. I need a man who's going to be able to provide for my kids first. I need a man who's going to be able to fight my baby daddy. Because some baby daddies are crazy. That's another thing some men don't think about. Whenever you date a single mom, you're dating her, plus the drama that comes with a baby daddy. Some baby daddies can crash out. They may end your life. You feel me? So my point is, no single mom will ever put a man first. So if you're thinking you're dating a single mom and she's just going to make time for you, you got something else. So that's what I'm saying. This woman shouldn't be dating.
I do, because I was
how
how
do you have time for men if you just said you don't have time?
I said the intentional time. If with the person that I'm talking to, I will let them know what my lifestyle is. If they agree, then that's when we align, because that's what you date people, to make sure that they are in alignment. So
if they agree, they're dumb.
If he understands
what if
that,
that man said, you know what, I know your daughter has practice. You know what, I want to see you so bad. Can I come?
He can come to the game.
Wow.
He can come to the game with me, of course. Wow. And then we can grab pizza. That's fine. But it's like, I'm not going to stop my life and show availability for a man because I already planned my week. Now, for me to make time for him, I can let him know. Huh?
Are you a Virgo?
No, I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, Zodiacs on board.
Okay, so let me real quick chime in, because I understand like the whole dynamic of everyone has a different situation. And that's why some relationships quite literally take 10 years for them to decide to be married. Some relationships, they get married in 6 months. Some relationships, they get married in 2 years. That's just kind of how these different dynamics go. And this is why I'm saying that this whole setting out rules thing is just really irritating, because the same shit just don't work for everybody, right? But when it comes to, like, for example, your situation, Michelle, a person who wants to have a close connection to a partner and wants to get to know them and wants to know all the things, they would not vibe with you. You'd probably vibe with a man who's a little bit more autonomous, right? Versus some.
No, she would vibe with a man who wants to just hit it and quit it. A man who doesn't care about getting to know a woman, who doesn't care about spending time with her, because she's saying she's too busy with her kids. She doesn't make time for a man. So she would be a good woman for a man who wants a booty call.
Would vibe with a man who's a little bit more interdependent. Like, these are all just you finding the people who you vibe with personally, right? And if you want to have these deep conversations, these deep dialogues, then you'd want to be with somebody who's able to be on the phone. Some people hate the phone. They want to be in person. So like, there's all of these things that come into play when trying to like date people, that I just don't know if there's rules that would say you don't have time for a relationship versus you do. Your relationship, Michelle, would be the type of relationship that a military person would thrive in. Why?
And my husband was military, and we already made that. I was married for 25 years, so yes.
How did I?
Yeah, but she divorced him.
Why? Because the whole
retired.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
not true.
Look, okay. All right. What I'm not saying it's 100% true, but what I'm saying is there's a certain type of woman who can be a military wife. Some women could not, because some women are like,
I was
oh,
one
no,
for the longest time.
every single night I better see you every day, right? And there's some women like, you know what? I'm cool with a cool 6 months without seeing you. We can talk on the phone. We can send letters. We can whatever. People are different. I don't know how much I feel like this stuff is like needs to be one rule.
Mm-hmm. It's not one rule, but usually the foundation is the same. So it doesn't have to be that people have to see each other every day, but the foundation is people make time for each other. For any relationship, whether it's work, whether it's friends, if you don't make time for each other, to see each other, to make moments together, then there's no relationship.
To me, a man that is too codependent of me, it will suffocate me, because I want to have my autonomy and he can have his. We can get together and just interact and do something. But and again, it goes back to alignment. That's why you talk to people, you see if they're in alignment with you, and then if not, it's not. Then it's fine, and it's no harm, no foul.
And I think dating is like I think it's a dance, right? And I think men lead the dance, right? And I think like, I don't think it's weird for a woman to be like, "Yo, you're doing too much too fast." Like, "Oh, 2 days in a week, that's a lot." Like get in where you fit in. You know, you're going on a date. You know, next time you get hungry, be like, "Yo, what you doing right now? You hungry? Let's get some lunch real quick." Like just stuff like that. They don't gotta be like, "Oh, let's go on a date again tomorrow." You know, and stuff like that. It's a dance. Like you gotta know how to lead it. The same way like y'all doing the nasty. You don't want to just jump right in there and just be like, no, it's a dance. Like, you know, take your time and just make it make sense, you know? That's all I'm saying.
I
So,
think
but
that's
yeah,
fair.
I can understand because between the field problems, staff duty, deployments, all that, I can see where you're, I want to say independence, right? But where you were forced into that role of you was doing everything. I don't know how long you're married or still married, but like I said, spending 20
No,
years.
he passed away.
Oh, I'm
okay.
sorry.
That's
But like knowing that, you know what I mean? Like you had to deal with a lot and you've been doing it on your own for probably for so long that's kind of what you used to.
And
yeah, I could see that. First of all, I was wrong. I thought she divorced her husband, but the husband passed away. So that's my bad for jumping to conclusions like women do. Anyway, but this lady is right. As we get older, we get stuck in our ways. So this woman it's going to be very hard for her to date. I'm going to be honest. First of all, she was married for a long time, and then she was a military wife, so she's used to that independence and seeing her man maybe 3 times a year or maybe 2 times a year, whatever the maybe 6 weeks out of the year. So she's used to any man who's going to date this woman is literally going to be a friends with benefits.
Prioritize being a mother than date and do all the stuff. I just recently got back into the game because my daughter is old enough that right now I don't need to be as nurturer as she needed to be, because when my husband passed away, then I needed to step in and be a mother and father for my child. And it needed so much from me that I didn't have anything to give anybody else. I needed to nurture myself and my child. I needed to heal. I need to make sure that everything was in alignment before I decided to take that step. And I realized that, if dating is not a priority for me, because I still had to a lot of commitment with my daughter and prepare her for college. So when she goes to college, then I can do whatever the heck I want to do.
Yeah, as long as you know that the type of man you want is not going to be waiting outside your door. Because sometimes women wait around, or career, let me raise my kids, let me do this and that. I'm not saying that single moms should be out here dating. Obviously, focus on your kids. But usually, sometimes, especially career women, like to think that they're going to chase their careers, get their degrees, get their money. And as soon as they say, okay, I'm ready to date, there's going to be a lineup of men, good men, all the type of men they want lining outside their door. And usually it doesn't work like that. And then they're going to complain, oh my God, these men don't want commitment anymore. They're thinking the men in their age group, so let's say at 40, 45, now they're ready to date. They're wondering why the men her age group are not trying to commit to them, or they're going for younger women. They don't get it.
Michelle, at what point do you see being interdependent in a relationship
never
as valuable?
It is valuable to me when, like, if the person have the right amount of commitment to build something with me, he will definitely would be in alignment, and we will interact with each other and be part of each other, and I will treat him like my king, like he will be all to me.
You hear how she speaks? He asked her, at what point do you think being with a man is good, or to put it simply? And she said, if a man wants to build with me, usually it's a woman supposed to build with a man, but she is the man. In her mind, she's not, it's even subconscious. She's not thinking about this, but she said the man has to build with me, meaning she is the king of her castle, and then the man comes in. Usually it's the woman who builds with a man, meaning she goes to his castle and puts up few paintings and changes the couch around and things like that, but she subconsciously can't see it. And that's what I'm saying, older women usually are stuck in their ways, so no man is gonna ever be in sync with her because she's stuck the way she is.
But you just said that you want to have your autonomy.
Yeah, in the sense of that he wants to go fishing and a fishing trip for a weekend, he can go. Like I'm not gonna be stressing about it. I don't need to have that man's phone. I don't need to check anything. Like it will be enough trust for him to do whatever he needs to do and feel that he has his own time for his guys and stuff like that, because men needs that time. He don't need to be attached to my hip. What for?
Yeah, it's too late. It's never. Good luck, guys. As you can see, as women get older, they become like men. They want to be, what's the word? They want to be lone wolves like men. But that's where dating is at right now. Anyway, Shout out to Lapif. Let's go to the next video. Guys, like the video, man. Support your boy. Like the video. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. When you like the video, for some reason, YouTube shows other people that we are cooking and then they'll come join us. All right. But let's go watch the video that inspired the title of today's stream. Okay. Let's go do that. Women don't want virgin men. Women want toxic men. Women want men who can get lots of women. Let's go.
Made a video saying that a ran through man is a real man and that a man should have experience and that that's attractive. And it pissed a lot of you guys off. So I'm just going to give you some food for thought. A man that gets laid easily has to have a lot of good qualities to get laid easily. I know a lot of y'all like to think that women are easy, but they're not. You have to be good at making a woman feel safe, heard, appreciated, beautiful. You have to genuinely be kind of cool, or at least come off cool, be able to hold a conversation, ask her questions, be respectful. Assholes don't get laid unless they're pretending to be good men. So there you go.
She is so wrong.
She's so right. She's so right.
Okay, let's have one mic. Okay, who wants to talk first?
I do.
Go ahead.
For once. That young lady is absolutely right. Men that get a lot of women are charming. They have a quality that is irresistible.
Fact.
And it doesn't make them bad. She's saying that it's when you see a guy that gets a lot of girls, he's not forcing himself. He's making himself available to them. He's doing things that they want to do. He's doing things. He's making her do things that he wants to do. It could be a game or it could be real. But guys that get a lot of women, it's not about looks. It's not about how big his dick is and none of that. It's a mind game. And if he could get in her mind, like she said, because at the end she said if he pretends to be a good man, that works too. But at least you're listening to him. You know what I'm saying? You're hearing their feedback. You know what I'm saying? You having a conversation with her. You're laughing. Niggas don't laugh when they on dates. They be all serious and, oh, you want to go here and trying to be all suave. Women like to laugh. They like to bug out. Me and my wife, when she wasn't my wife, we used to go to the supermarket. She thought I was crazy. And we used to go to the supermarket when it closed to see people. I thought it was funny. I always did. To see people come up to the door and pull the door and it's locked.
Oh my God, bro.
World, my nigga.
Yo, Shampoo, you've been married 30 years. 30 years ago, women were different. 30 years ago was what? 1996? Women were different. So I don't know what you're talking about, that when you were dating your wife, that was 30 years ago. Those women are never going to be the same women ever again.
Wait, how many people watching?
No, I'm gonna tell you something. That is some funny
I thought
shit.
that shit was funny. My wife just say, you crazy. As soon as a girl say you crazy, you get in the pussy. As soon as you say, oh, you crazy, it's on. Because you know what I'm saying? To this day, she said, yo, that was some funny shit. The first time I met you, you took me to go see that type shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Do things out of the ordinary. That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. You know guys that get a lot of bitches. It's not because he something special or he's God's gift. That nigga know how to talk. He got the gift.
It's some truth to that. It's some truth to that.
Yeah, but it's not all about game. I actually don't believe in game. Because if you have to use game, then the woman doesn't like you like that. If she doesn't already like you, now she could like you and you say something to make her not like you anymore. But if a woman already likes you, you don't need game like that. If a woman likes you, she has already done 90% of the work for you, because she may even approach you. She may want to talk to you. She'll make it easy for you. That's why you don't need game. But if you need game, then she already likes you, because some guys think they have game, but no, the woman already liked you before you even use all. She will just laugh at your jokes. A woman will laugh at your jokes, even if it's not. You will say something, she will laugh, but you also know it's not funny, but she laughs because she likes you.
Now, best relationships, I don't know if they'll be the most faithful men, but yeah, they do have, the a
Might
lot.
not be faithful, but they make her think that he's faithful. That's the key. The key is to make her think you're faithful. You don't have to be. You don't have to be, but don't let her know that, and you good for the rest of your life. You good.
Okay. Anybody disagree?
Oh, I disagree, but I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna fall back this time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anybody
Let
want to
everybody talk.
Yeah, I think when it comes to getting women, it's different ways to get women. So like, I can't say she's totally wrong because I'd have been a dude that's pretended to be a certain type of dude to get a certain type of woman. I'd have been a dude that was, outgoing and charming to get a woman. I'd have I'd have been a chameleon to get women. So like, I'd have been an asshole that got women. I'd have been, and I'm not saying like I just had a plethora of women, but I'm just saying like it's different ways to get women. So the way she's saying is technically not wrong. I mean, not right or wrong, because that is a way that guys can get women. So like, she technically
you actually agreeing with her because you adjusted.
Yeah. Like
you adjust just like she said.
When I was in college and it was the whole era of everybody was trying to align with their zodiac signs, I used to lie about my birthday to get with women. If she was a Taurus and she thought in her head she only messed with a Sagittarius, my birthday was in between whenever the Sagittarius.
And it satisfied her.
I mean, women would choose men over zodiac signs or it's some bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if a woman likes you, which goes back to what I already said, if a woman likes you, she has already done 90% of work for you. So if a woman is rejecting you because you're a certain zodiac sign, she didn't like you at all. Do you guys think if Chris Brown told a woman his zodiac sign, but she likes him, you think she's going to tell him, oh my God, I don't like your zodiac sign, I don't like you anymore? No. Do you think if you gave a woman $10,000 and you told her your zodiac sign, she would say, I don't like your zodiac sign, take your $10,000 away? No. So that's why when a woman brings up zodiac signs, just know she just doesn't like you. It's an excuse, because women try to find all ways she can say, the usual is, I'm in a relationship. Oh, I'm not dating right now. Oh, can you pay? Sometimes women may even ask you for money because they want you to go away. She can say, I need $500 to pay my rent, so you can back off.
Oh, so it's
that
like,
satisfied her, didn't it? It satisfied the person. That worked.
It's either you can either be a genuine good dude that's charming, that's great to women, that know how to talk and get women, or because that works in like the bars and when you're going out places, or you can pretend and lie and be whatever you think that woman wants you to be to get her. A lot of y'all women have been tricked by a dude. Like, come on now. Come on now.
But most of those guys is because they had no game. So they can't get women just by being themselves. So they have to manipulate a lie.
Facts.
And do all that extra stuff. Because if you actually him and you just you chilling, you could probably get it anyway. But
that's what I was just about to say, because
I disagree with this lady. And the reason I disagree is because if you watch patterns, you can see that women want a certain type of guy. So if a man is a nice guy, because we know women don't like nice guys until they hit age 40 or 45 and with a couple of kids, now they want the nice guy to come play stepdad. But if men, because men are problem solvers, if men see that women don't respect nice guys, even if a guy is a nice guy, but he's tired of being rejected by women or being used and abused, he's going to have to pretend he's a bad boy. So it's not because he doesn't have game or if it's not him. It's that whoever he is, women even if whoever he is a good person, but women don't like it, and he needs to see some results when it comes to women, he's going to turn into whatever women claim they want. It's just game. It's just no game. Well, it's part of the game, but it's just a strategy.
I don't think you got to game nobody, because I'm going to be honest with you.
Facts.
And I got a wife, and she could tell you this. I mean, when she met me, even when I was younger, I remember working at Dunkin' Donuts and girls sliding notes, giving me their number. And I'm not spitting no game.
Why would they do that?
Because when you him, you just him.
Because I mean, when they attracted to you, you got a certain vibe. I done had
you not no Chris Brown looking type.
Look, bro.
got to do with it.
I don't
The
know.
ugliest men get the most
I don't know
women.
what I am to you, bro, but I'm just telling you
to
my
me.
experience.
Oh my God!
But
You the one that said it. None of
you
us
said
he
it, bro.
wasn't Chris
Come
Brown.
on, bro. Let me
One
talk.
mic, y'all. We gotta do one mic.
I get
Can
so
I talk?
offended. I'm just saying.
I didn't get offended, bro. You got offended.
I didn't get. Why would I get offended?
I was talking to you, cut me off. After you just
because you said maybe not to you, or I ain't say. I'm not talking about me.
No, you said I'm not a Chris Brown type. You said something about me, and when I was talking,
well, when you walking around, you see a guy and you say, "Yo, that dude." No, you ain't no homo, but you say, "Oh, that dude right there, he looks like he can get a lot of."
I was speaking on my experience. I said I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, and I had girls slide notes. I done had girls walk up and say I'm sexy. I ain't do nothing. I'm a blunt talker.
Not everybody's attracted to Chris Brown. Not everybody finds Chris Brown to be the most attractive man in the world.
Well, so many women find him attractive, so we have to go with that. Again, following what women want, looking at how they act. Women may say they're not attracted to Chris Brown, but when he's filling up stadiums, because I can guarantee you when Chris Brown is performing to 50,000, sometimes 70,000 people, majority of those are women. So
like that's why I said there's different ways to get women.
Yeah, like
you working at Dunkin' Donuts and you a regular looking dude, and you got bitches coming up and giving you numbers.
Regular chick.
He's regular looking to you, but women will like what they like. That's why sometimes you're gonna see a woman with a guy, and you're thinking, how did he pull her? But that's what she liked at that stage. It doesn't mean she will like him in 10 years. It doesn't mean she would have liked him 10 years prior, but at that some particular time, that's who she likes.
Yeah,
I mean, regular chicks out here.
Bad Jones too. Yep.
Y'all, we gotta do one mic. We can't hear all y'all.
Yeah,
I can't hear all y'all. So I know the people that's listening can't hear all y'all.
My bad.
Go ahead, Kenny.
You can't think the way that you saying to get a. That's why I said it's different ways. Like I can understand how you get women. I can understand how Antonio get women. When, like I said, like it's different ways to get a woman. You might be sitting at the bar. You never been sitting at the bar and a woman came up and started talking to you, Shampoo.
Yeah, because your aura. Because your aura.
You just sitting at the bar by yourself, having a drink, watching the game or whatever, and a woman came push up on you. You ain't said nothing.
Yeah,
you ain't. But okay, and you ain't. But you ain't a Chris Brown type.
You ain't Chris Brown.
So how you gonna disagree? You just disagree.
You ain't even Antonio.
Wait,
you
but
know
I'm.
You just disagree to disagree because clearly.
Nikki.
You just disagreeing to disagree then. Okay.
I'll slide my number to Antonio before I give it to Shampoo.
But you saying yes, but
yo, these women hate Shampoo. But I mean, I kind of see where she's coming from because Shampoo is already saying some wild shit.
The thing about it is, if I worked at Dunkin' Donuts and I said women would slide me numbers, it's more believable coming from me.
Oh my God!
I think so.
I'm gonna
honestly.
answer the question. I'm gonna answer the question, and this may get me banned. And I can't.
I want Shampoo to. I want to know why you think that.
Can I finish saying what I was saying? But go ahead.
Y'all delusional.
No, you delusional. I want to know why you think that.
No, I'm not. I'm clear.
I was gonna answer the question. And I hate to do this, but I agree with Shampoo. I think that part of the allure is the fact that you can get multiple women.
Ew.
Because a lot of us want, that's part of the allure. That's part of the game. That's part of it. So I agree. Now, when she said ran through men, I don't know what she said about that.
She said ran through. That's not attractive.
I don't necessarily associate ran through men with being not faithful. I don't think that how that correlates. I don't think that.
But if a man can get multiple women, how do you think he was born faithful? You think he gets multiple women, but for some reason he just chooses to be faithful? That doesn't make sense. A man being faithful has to come from somewhere. Either it's gonna be because of his religion, and he must have been religious all the way. But if you're saying he has been able to attract multiple women over his lifetime, it's going to be very hard for him to be loyal.
Just because you had women in the past means that you're not gonna be faithful. But I do think that
that's true.
Men that have had a past is a little bit more attractive, at least to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because you have more.
I
You
get
have
it.
more
I
experience.
get it.
You have more experience.
It's one of those. It's one of those double standards that if it was a woman, it would have been seen as a bad thing. If you're a ran through woman, like you just, I guess, trash. But if it's a man, it's just one of those things that may have an advantage over us.
If a woman, think about this. Think about this.
I mean, I shout out to her for being honest, because some women like to lie about it. But like I said, if women really didn't like men who can attract multiple women, or even have been with multiple women, all the men who are virgins would have women right now. All the good men who can pull women, all the so-called lame guys, the nerds, they would all have women if women really wanted those kinds of guys. But they want the guys who have status, the guys other women want.
No, I don't want to marry a virgin. I can understand why men want to marry a virgin, but if you were a man coming to me at my big age, well, not big age, but at my age of 33 years old, and you come up to me, be like, yeah, I'm a virgin. I'm 33 too. I was like,
I think that's sexy. I'm about to turn his whole world.
I don't think that's sexy. I'm sorry, Mimi.
I do.
You're my girl. I
Bring
don't.
a virgin.
I
So
don't.
I got a question, Carmen.
I don't want to marry a virgin.
If a man said he had, Carmen, if a man said he had 100 bodies, you'll be okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say I don't know what's normal for a man. Let's say
100 bodies.
Let's say 300.
I mean, the amount of bodies shouldn't matter. Do he got a disease or not? If you don't have a disease, why do you care how many women he slept with?
Well,
No,
you want to
wait,
get tested if you say you got 100 bodies. Definitely on going to the doctor. I'm not.
So if somebody asks me how many bodies I got, I say I don't know. I lost
If
count.
you gotta ask your body count, everybody's gonna lie about their body count, regardless if they're a man or a woman. To be honest, but I'm just saying it's more to me. I'm not gonna speak for all women on the panel, but to me personally, a man that has had a I guess a sexual past, it's a little bit more attractive. It's part of the allure. It's part of it. Like, ooh, why do the women like you? I that's just me. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare myself for all the back hate. Yep.
But you know, a man can have a lot of bodies, don't mean he's good. A man can be masking something in him. A man can be using that as a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean he's.
What do you mean a coping mechanism?
But how if you were bad, were bad, then how come you collected so many bits?
That's what I'm saying.
Sex addict. A man
Sex
can do
addiction is
something
real.
for 3 minutes. Like it doesn't. I don't think that you gotta, just like women, you don't have to have a lot of bodies to be experienced or know how to have sex with one person. You're learning to that person. That person. Not every person's gonna like the same thing. So I just don't think like just because he got a lot of bodies.
Yeah. I mean, but the difference is the man has to approach these women, even if he's a sex addict. Unless you're saying he's paying prostitutes, but if he's not paying directly, then he's doing something that women like to the extent that they open their legs for him. That's the difference. A woman doesn't have to do nothing. Men will approach her and then she can say, yeah, clap them cheeks, or no, I don't like you. A man has to approach, talk on the phone, do the dates, sweet talk, lie. I don't know, do whatever he needs to do for the woman to say, you know what? I like this about you. I'm going to let you clap my cheeks. That's the difference. And that's where women get it wrong. They think men and women are the same when it comes to having sex. No. For men, it's so hard for them to do. So that's why I like her for being honest. If a man has been able to clap all these cheeks from multiple women, clearly there's something all these multiple women want from him.
He could be doing the same position to all them damn girls, and guess what? He gets to you, and you do the.
Nah, I don't agree, Q. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to disagree on that one. There's no way, as messy as women are, for a man to have that many bodies and him to not be good. Trust me.
I don't know about that.
Because women talk.
That's not true. Everybody has a different kink.
Well, I mean, I guess you look at it
Because
with
you
the,
can have a lot of bodies and only hit all of them one time, and once they got it, it was disgusting.
Exactly.
But they still hit though.
Yeah, but women talk. Women talk. If a man is known for having beautiful women and having multiple women, women talk amongst each other, and everyone wants to find out. But even if he hit it once and she wasn't good, the fact that he could do it multiple times lets you know multiple women want something from him.
Yeah, money. He can
Y'all are
look good.
Y'all are saying it like it's a hypothetical. I'm actually saying I know we are messy women, and we will talk about a man with a quickness. If we didn't slept with a man and that shit was whack, we are telling our friends, yeah, no, hell
Yeah,
no.
but they're not telling the man that. But they're not telling. Yes, you're right, Kamani. But they're not telling the man that. They're not telling the man that you're a whack in bed. You have a small peen. They're telling the friends that. So the men are then
But
going.
that's what I'm saying. They're the friends is gonna be messy with the rest of their friends because we're not friends with the same people. So they're gonna keep on telling the people in that same city. We're gonna get around, and then it's gonna be like, oh,
Why so many small penis men got all these kids?
he was
Exactly.
but
And she's right. And usually women claim a man has a small D after the end of the relationship. After 3 years, you just noticed he has a small D and you had 3 kids with him. Now you're saying he has a small P? Like, come on, man. That's why I don't believe women, when women end a relationship and they come out saying the worst things about a man, I don't believe a word they say. Because if he's so bad, if he's not good in bed, if he's gay, if he's all these things abusive, how come you stayed with him for so long?
I'm not trying to do nothing with that thing. Don't act like y'all ain't been in them conversations before where y'all done heard somebody.
I don't know why y'all think small penis men don't have good sex.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm trying to figure out is people really asking body counts because I've never even.
No, I ain't never asked
I
that.
don't even
I've
think.
never
I
asked
think
that.
that is
Right,
fake
that's not even
internet
a
stuff.
thing.
I don't think nobody
Yeah.
even asking that. So
I think
nobody
that's just
even really knows.
I think that's a comment section conversation.
And if you
But I kind of agree with
expect to be lied to.
I do kind of agree with Kamaya in a way of just the logical point of it. If you put 10,000 hours in anything, you're gonna be kind of good at it. Just saying. You put, even if you hitting each chick for 3 minutes of by the 50th chick that you done hit for 3 minutes, you gonna learn how to hit something for 6 or 7 minutes and give her a goddamn good time.
You're gonna learn how to bend them legs all the way back and try to get something off.
But
Not
every woman is into the same thing, y'all. You might think you were great in bed with, let's just say, with Carmen, but then you come over here, and I'm like, but you didn't wrap your hand around my throat. You didn't turn me on at all. I like that. Maybe she doesn't like that. Maybe you didn't. Maybe she has a certain way that she like her oral to be, and I don't like oral. Like, it's so many different factors. A man is not, just because he's had a lot of sex with women doesn't mean that he's great.
But if you think about this though,
hold on, that goes on the woman though, for the woman to say what she likes and what she does not like.
Yeah.
If you into that kinky shit, you need to tell me you in that kinky shit. Because I can choke you out if I want to. Like, you just gotta let me know. You
But
gotta.
what if he ain't into that? Not all men are into that.
Man, but that's the thing. That's why it's on the woman to say that. So if these women not getting them type of experiences, it's because they ain't saying what they want.
And if a man has sex with a lot of women, if a man, like that lady said on the video, then he would have ran into any type of situation. So he could pull any type of tool out to use on that different situation. Oh, I know girls that don't like to get ate now, so I won't do that to her. Like,
right.
He'll know because he's experienced in it.
10,000 hours.
So you guys have
these women just don't want to accept the fact that they prefer men with experience. They don't want to accept the fact that they prefer men who can attract other women. That is the fact. That's what they like. The problem with it is that they think or they believe that, okay, I know this guy can attract other women but I want him to only be with me. And that's where they usually run into the issues. So they will find a Chris Brown. I'm using Chris Brown because everybody knows Chris Brown. They like Chris Brown and they want Chris Brown to only commit to them. And that's never going to happen. But they don't want the plumber down the street who doesn't have status and money like Chris Brown.
Good point. But question, has a woman, do you think most women are telling you guys what you're doing wrong in bed?
No.
In a
Taking
way,
orgasms all the time.
It depends. It depends
In a
on
way.
a woman.
Yeah, it depends on the woman.
It depends on a
Hey, I
woman.
ain't gonna lie. After
Y'all,
a
let's do
certain
one
age,
mic, y'all. We gotta do one mic. We gotta do one mic. You said what, Shampoo?
The thing. What was your question?
The question is, in nowadays time, do you think women are telling you men that, hey, your peen is not good, it's too small? Are they telling you guys that? You think so?
No. But
No,
you
but it
will
depends on
know.
the woman.
You'll know. You will know. You
No,
don't
you
have
won't.
me.
No, they won't.
You won't.
I agree. I don't think you have to verbalize it. I think you know.
you'll know. I ain't gonna
If
lie. I
they
think
knew,
that's
they
kind of
wouldn't keep trying to do big, deep things in the bedroom. Certain things you can't even do with a small penis, but these people still continue to buy magnums and do these things. So if they actually knew that, and women would actually say what's really going on, so people could quit walking around delusional and humble themselves, then everybody, the world might be a better place in some of these relationships. A lot of us women sacrifice being with these men, and then they got the nerve to not be cute, be overweight, small dicks, and then got the nerve to be cheaters and assholes.
Well, you chose the guy. See, this is what I was just talking about. So she chose the guy who's not cute, who's not good in bed, who's overweight. She stayed with him. Why did you choose him? If you knew all those things were so bad about him, but you accepted to sleep with him, you opened your legs. Nobody made you. You did so. And then you had 3 kids for him. So if he was so good to have kids with, why are you now talking trash about him? And some men do this also. They break up with a woman and they try to, oh my God, her pussy was dry and so on. So I'm saying, bro, you chose her. If her punani was so dry, why did you keep hitting it for all these years and had the baby with her? That doesn't make sense. I don't know why people break up with people and then they try to talk trash about them. Just take your L.
And not a eater. If I got to pull out a road after we done,
Wait, but Nikki, you saying the guy with the small penis is cheating because it must be small to you because yours is too big and too many niggas been in that shit.
No, y'all are delusional.
Oh my gosh, Shampoo.
On that. Women, not just because a woman has had sex with multiple men does not mean that her vagina is loose. Babies come out of vaginas, you know.
It's men always think it's never about them.
They right.
So is she speaking to having serious relationships?
Or hypertension. It might not work. I don't know what's going on with you, but you get real offended by this.
And it might not work for you. It might not work for you.
Women cheat with married men for all different type of reasons. And mostly it's money.
I got you.
And because the wife don't want to do it with small penises.
Got you. But Nikki,
but she accepted to be a wife. So I don't get it. If you accepted to be a wife with a man with a small penis, that's on you. That's on you. You shouldn't be trying to bash the guy. You made the choice. Anyway, this was funny. Shout out to you guys who just joined. Shout out to 925 Podcast. Let's kick it. Let's go to the next video real quick. What do I got for you guys? Let's see. Where are we going next? Okay, I did that. Okay. We're going to go to 8 at the table. All right, here we go. Women are ending perfect relationships. Who knew? Who could have thought?
Ended my engagement, and today I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Honestly, I just changed my mind. Sometimes clarity comes quietly. Choosing yourself doesn't always need a big explanation. But my village, the women in my life, are so amazing. They've shown up for me in more ways than one, helping me pass, sitting with me, praying for me, making a hard transition feel lighter just by being there. I'm so grateful for community, for having people who hold you up when
See, this is the difference between a man and a woman. As a man, if I have a homeboy who's engaged, him and his woman is living together, and he's getting like cold feet or like second guessing himself, I'm gonna say, look, bro, it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be scared. You're starting a new life with somebody. You know, marriage is a big step, and it's okay, you know, but you're not about to leave this woman. You committed to this woman. You told this woman that you want to marry her. You want to spend the rest of your life with her. And I'm going to get on him about making sure he do what he said he was going to do with that woman. As a woman, you know, you want the relationship, then you want the ring, then you want the marriage, then you want the kids and shit. And at any point, you can say, I don't want to do this shit. And then people can like, yes, girl, whatever bad decision you make, we champion that. We have your back. Oh, yes, my village came through and they helped me pack and they prayed for me. And we just had a jolly old time that I just wasted 2, 3, 4 years of this man's life, got engaged to this man. He thinking I'm about to be his wife. And I just woke up one day and I said, fuck it. And every bitch that I know agreed with me and said, yeah, I'm making the right decision. And that's a woman. No matter what bad decisions they make, they're going to have other people, mainly other women, saying, it's okay. You're making the right decision. Even if it's bad, even if it's horrible.
Amanda? And this is why I told you guys, when you're dating a woman, you're not just dating her. You're dating her mother. You're dating her friends. If a woman claims she's not a feminist, but all her friends are feminists, she claims she's not in the streets, but all her friends are always in the streets, always going to nightclubs, you got something coming. Because when women are breaking up with men, they don't just wake up and break up. No, they have to go to their friends who are going to validate their feelings and make them feel they're doing the right thing, because single women keep other women single and misery loves company. So as soon as they validate their feelings, then they come and break up the relationship.
This man who was feeding to say something, he didn't even let me watch the girl's full video, would have given his friend terrible advice, because I don't think that they understand how big of a commitment marriage is. And honestly, he wrote this off as cold feet. And that's not what I got from her whole village helping her pack up her stuff. She stopped herself from making a very big commitment to
a hard decision.
And a hard decision.
She literally said the man was perfect. Go back, watch it at the beginning. She said she's leaving a man and nothing happened. She just left him, but he was perfect.
Tell a man, nah, bro, you said you was gonna marry her. You got to do that shit. That is horrible advice.
I don't think that's what he was saying, though. I think
is 100%
I think what he spoke
said.
to was having accountability for the responsibility of the investment you made. Right. I think two things can exist at the exact same time. And I think that, no, her friends championing her, I don't think that was all the way right. I think someone should say, girl, that's kind of messed up what you did to him.
Yeah.
But we don't know the whole story.
Wait, let me
Right.
No, I'm speaking about it the way that she presented it. Right. Oh, my village is amazing because what they did was support me. Right. No, I'm sorry. If you love this person, there is a responsibility as a friend to go, but girl.
Can we tell you what support as a woman?
Wait a minute. There is accountability that girl, what you did is kind of messed up. Like, you have the right to walk away, but it's still kind of messed up that you were there with this guy for 4 years, you know. But in the same breath, once again, I will say no one owns anyone, right? And I'll go even further to say everything in life is a risk. And we have to understand that when we enter relationships, we can invest 10 years. It doesn't mean that there's a guarantee, right? It's a risk that
Yeah. It's not a guarantee. And that's why men are saying, fuck this. I'm not investing 10 years, 15 years. And then somebody just gets up and leave because they're not happy anymore. And then they have to make me pay for the fact that they've chosen to just leave for whatever reason. Because men are sitting down doing the math. Is this any man who gets into a long-term relationship, marriage, without sitting down and thinking about how it's gonna end and what happens when it ends is stupid. You got everything that's coming to you and you deserve it. If you're just going into a relationship and marry because you were in love, but you have not taken time to sit down and do the math, she can leave anytime she leaves. What happens when she leaves? What if she leaves in year 10, year 15, year 25? What happens then? If you have not sat down to think about it, everything that's coming to you, you fucking deserve it.
Taking, and we have to make the decision, is the reward at the end, the possible goal, worth the risk, right? And no, it's not a guarantee we're going to win. There's a chance we may lose. And if we lose, I'm sorry, we have to suck it up and take it because we don't own anyone.
But you don't think that girl know that was fucked up? That after 4 years, 10 years, that her making this decision to leave was fucked up? You think she needed her friends
By
to
the
tell
video
her
she
that?
made and what she said,
not,
I didn't hear at no point that she said that she thought it was messed up.
We didn't even watch the video.
What she said
We
was,
didn't hear the video.
Wait.
Now
What
you're
she
down.
said was, I have to choose me. Or everything she said was an I statement and me. Everything was centered towards her. There was no empathy for that man. I'm sorry. There wasn't.
I have to actually disagree.
I think that the point of the video was her making a decision.
Guys, I'm going to have to go back to the beginning of the video. I'm going to come back here. But in the beginning of the video, the woman literally said she left a perfect man. Let's go back.
Ended my engagement, and today I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Honestly, I just changed my mind. Sometimes clarity comes quietly. Choosing your
There you go. There's nothing wrong. I just changed my mind. Why do they keep making it as if the man just chose to leave? Oh my God, so disingenuous.
Me. Everything was centered towards her. There was no empathy for that man. I'm sorry. There wasn't.
I have to actually disagree.
I think that the point of the video was her making a decision for herself and showing her village being there for the decision that she made. And that's just the perspective of the video. But you don't think
But
that
what you're making is an assumption because there's no proof of it.
No,
in the video.
when it comes to support from like your community, right? Your friends, she had about 6, 7 girls over there. You can't tell me that there was not one person that was like,
we don't know.
But what you're making is
My G.
once again, what you're making is an assumption. There is no
but
proof of that.
I'm thinking that
I'm
no,
speaking to
listen,
what we saw.
y'all men know how y'all commune together, right? But we as women know how we commune.
That's still an assumption. There is no proof. If we took
Exactly, they're showing exactly how women support each other. The woman in the video literally said she left a man who did nothing wrong, but because she had the change of mind. But these women on the show are literally trying to not hold her accountable and supporting her. They're proving his point. They're proving that even when a woman is wrong, even when they see something different, they're just going to support a woman because she's a woman. They're doing it in real time.
that video to court and we said, was there anyone, what proof is there that anyone told her the latter that what she did to this man wasn't right, or who held her accountable? You know what they say? They would say there's no evidence of that in this video.
Just based off of that video. And
Exactly.
also,
And I'm not saying that you're not right.
So you had the audacity to film it.
That's the no. That is the weird part. Like, I don't understand that.
I want to make this clear. So you said all these women got together as a community.
You're celebrating what he's mourning,
right?
No, you're not celebrating that he's mourning.
That's a celebration.
Then was like, oh, girl, don't videotape this. Nobody had the common sense to say that, but they were supporting her.
And you're celebrating what he's mourning.
No,
because that video is a celebration. I chose me, everyone. Look, my friends are here to support me.
Okay, can I say something?
That's a celebration of the death that he's mourning. That is very insensitive.
She's not mourning.
Because that's what women do. And I've said it a million times, but I hope whoever is watching this video, I hope you, as a brother from another mother, I hope you listen to this. The reason other women don't hold each other accountable when one of them does something wrong, it's for two reasons. Number one, they've either done the same thing, so they're not going to judge because they've done the same thing. Number two, they are hoping in future, if they do what this woman is doing to a man, that other women will support her and not judge her. Because the chances of them doing the same thing that their friend is doing is high because they have the same mindset. That's why they are friends in the first place. That's why women don't hold each other accountable, because they know they have the same mindset. They do the same bullshit.
She doesn't sound like she's mourning.
But don't, okay, and that's an assumption.
No, it's not. I'm speaking to what she presented. There.
I also want to say we did not see the full video. That man ambushed the video. I saw 5 seconds.
Another assumption. I'm speaking to what we saw.
We didn't see that girl's full video.
No, but you're saying he's mourning. You're literally making an assumption, but telling us to not make assumptions.
Can I say something? I also think that she's probably protecting him by not saying what really occurred.
What?
Because I agree.
That's not true. Because when a man does something wrong to a woman and she gets her camera, the first thing she's going to say is play victim and tell us exactly what wrong thing the man did. But in this video, the woman literally said, I'm just choosing myself. He did nothing wrong. I'm going to play it again.
Ended my engagement, and today I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Honestly, I just changed my mind. Sometimes.
Honestly, I just changed my mind. He did nothing wrong. No betrayal, no cheating. That's what she said. Why are they pretending as if he did something wrong, but she just didn't say it? When we have watched so many TikToks of women bashing men about the ending of a relationship and how the man cheated. Megan Thee Stallion just did it yesterday, and we don't even know Clay Thompson's side of the story. But every woman believes her. If a woman has a chance of bashing a man and playing victim, she's going to do it, especially on camera.
Occurred.
What?
Because I agree.
She said he was a good man.
I'm telling you.
That is another assumption. Oh my God. She said he's a good man. Now you're saying she protected him because he was hell on wheels.
Oh
my.
What I'm
It's the
saying
real
is,
reason that his dick was
can I
small,
just
and
say
she
my
didn't want to
perspective
marry
now?
that.
Because we all respect each other's
She's not gonna say that.
So coming from a woman who has been in a position where I loved my man, and I was in a difficult situation where he also made me feel like I was in a mentally abusive situation, I wouldn't tell everybody all of the difficult things that I was going through. I would always big him up and make him seem like, all right, you know, like everything's great. He's a great man. Everyone in my family thought that I was in a perfect relationship because I protected him. So maybe what she's doing here is not putting all of their business out. Yeah, she recorded her family helping them pack and stuff like that. And maybe she did say, yeah, you know what? I had to choose my own self. Maybe my mental health was suffering, something like that.
What you're doing is a perfect example of projecting.
I'm just
because
saying
it has
my
nothing that it has.
perspective.
I understand, but you're basing what she went through your experience. That's the perfect
Okay, maybe
example
I'm
of
projecting, but what I'm doing is also taking detail from the video that we did not fully see, and the fact that she's not saying what fully happened. She said there was a great relationship.
She said what she said on the video. Why are you trying to change what she said? This is what I just told you. What women do, and the reason they don't hold each other accountable is because she's hoping either something happened to her through the same situation, or she's hoping if it happens to her, other women support her. I expected all these women to talk about the fact that she left a good man, because women cry every day, beg every day, bash men every day, how there are no good men out here to choose from. But we have a woman on TikTok, on video, saying she left a good man who did nothing wrong. That those two can't coexist. Those two can't happen at the same time. On one hand, they say no good men. On the other hand, we have women on camera saying they left a good man for no reason. And then we have a set of women trying to be on her side, not even holding her accountable.
Obviously, if you're putting yourself first, why are you?
I don't understand how you can pull that he did something wrong from her saying.
That. I'm saying she said that.
If she said it was
herself.
Yes.
So I'm saying take the video for what was said and what was presented.
So let's rewind it.
Choosing herself means that there was
an issue.
There was something about the relationship that she could not see herself continuing with. She did not want to commit
Maybe
to
he
this.
bit his nails.
And
maybe yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
even if
That's
it was
yes.
that is something.
That is something. See, and this is what I mean. We have to be able to decipher.
No,
the
it's
difference
not.
Because
between
you have to commit. There's going to be things that you might like about your
how
partner.
you feel is not real. Your feelings are a reaction to what is real.
But listen, he brought up having cold feet, right? If my brother came to me and was like, I'm having cold feet, I'm gonna be like, look, this is your decision, and right now you're committing to a lifetime of it. So whatever it is, you need to be sure about it. I'm not going to talk about, oh, well, you made a commitment to her. You got kids with her.
What I'm going to do is ask, what's the problem? And if he says she bites her nails, and I'm going to say, bro, are you serious?
I'm not even asking the problem, because the thing is that problem.
Then how?
No. Listen, that problem has been ruminating.
But how can see? And this is the difference.
It could be a stupid problem. It could be a no issue problem.
between
cold
men.
feet.
This is the difference between men. And you see how you said that problems? It is nature.
It's nature.
You're absolutely, and I've learned to
Right.
accept it. But you see how you said that problem's been ruminating because something as little as biting his nails. Once you
I'm talking about this. I'm not talking about nail biting. I'm talking about this. I'm saying,
But even if the problem's been ruminating, if it's a small problem, it doesn't matter how much it echoes in your mind. It doesn't make it any bigger.
it doesn't matter. It's still your it's still your choice. So if this is something that
I'm gonna say this. People are gonna call me bitter, but this is not to the women anyway. This is to the men. Any man who's watching this, if you've watched this whole video and you still want to get married, you still want to get in a relationship, thinking that your woman is gonna be any different, and you have not checked what type of friends your woman has and what's their mindset. Because we are at a point, I think all men who are dating women should literally try to hang out with their girlfriends and just to see what they believe in. It could be as simple as showing them this video of a woman saying she's living a good man and see what they think. If they sound like these women, that's your red flag right there. That's your ticket to run away. I'm telling you. And this is why one time I was on Ilkan Ali's panel and I said there are no good women left. And the premise of me saying that is that every woman has a feminist friend, and chances are their mindset is the same, especially if she can't hold the other woman accountable, because they don't hold each other accountable. If women used to hold each other accountable, we wouldn't have any female friendships. There will be lonely wolves like men. We are cooked. I'm sorry. We are cooked. Anyway, shout out to you guys watching. Like the video. Shout out to M Music Man 1982. All right, let's go to the next video because I can't take this anymore, man. This is I was getting heated, so let me change. Let me go to whatever podcast, and see if there's any savior up here because I can't take it anymore. What's up, Mark?
Purity culture, as far as women having less value, body count is weird to you. Why is it weird?
Yeah, I think it's weird. I don't think a woman's value goes down based on how many men they've had sex with.
Okay.
What if inherently I don't think their value goes down. Someone may have an opinion, but I still think that a woman can be just as good at being a mother and being a wife.
Perhaps. Maybe.
It doesn't matter.
Well, let me ask you this, though. Let's say you had 1,000 men, and those 1,000 men had to pick between a woman who's a virgin and a woman with a body count of 1,000. To be fair, let's say she doesn't have STDs, but she's fucked 1,000 men. Do you think that those 1,000 men would value the woman who's a virgin more?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because I think that men hold more value on body count than women. And I just think it's unfair that it's okay for men to have a high body count, but women, it's looked down upon. And I think it's the same thing. It should be held to the same standard.
Well, I don't think.
You know what else is not fair? Is the fact that women judge men on their height that they can't change. Women judge men on their bald heads we're born with because of DNA that we can't control. I think that's not fair. But something as much as how often you open your legs that you can control, and you think it's unfair that a man has a preference for that?
Men should be promiscuous. I don't think it's good for themselves. It's not good for women. It's not good for society. Same I would say for women. I think it's just different, though. I think it is a bit different.
I don't think so.
I don't think men should be promiscuous, but I understand why. Like why it's not judged as harshly as promiscuity.
Why not?
I understand it. You had something and I'll respond.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that men with a high body count should expect to get with a virgin?
Yeah.
Well,
yes, the same way women who are broke are expecting to have a rich man. Yes.
Someone with a low body count.
I would say it's
should?
okay for a man who has a high body count to desire and find attractive a woman who's a virgin or who has a low body count. That's completely coherent, and that's totally fine. You seem to be making a face.
Yeah, is that not hypocritical? Because it is.
No, I don't think it's
It is.
hypocritical.
Why do you believe that?
That wouldn't be hypocritical.
Why do you believe it's different? Like,
Well, there's two different
what
questions
action
here.
makes it different for you?
Well, hold on. There's two different questions. So first, I'll address the hypocrisy thing. So I think it's okay. And it's not just okay. I think it's to some degree inevitable. And I think both men and women do this. I think we don't look for symmetry in what men and women are attracted to. So for example, if a man has a high body count, that does not make him beholden to only date women who they themselves were or are promiscuous or who have a high body count. It's men value, generally speaking, there's all kinds of variables here. Generally speaking, men value low body count in women, lack of promiscuity in women. It's not completely black and white, but I would point you to one example here in terms of asymmetry in what men and women find attractive. So for example, quick question, and then I'll give you my response. Do you think that in order to desire something in a partner, whatever, that you need to possess that trait in order to desire it?
Yes.
No.
Okay. That's a no.
So in this case, or do you need to, so in this case, this would apply then to body count. So I can desire low body count in a woman, but have a high body count. Not me necessarily, but a man could. So for example, women, they won't pay for a first date.
That's what I said.
But they definitely won't pay. Well, they don't want to. A given woman could not ever want to pay for a first date, but she desires a man to pay for the first date. A woman could be broke.
I want a rich man.
Definitely be really attracted to a really wealthy man. A woman could not be funny, which is
could be short.
I mean, most men and women are not funny, but that's another conversation. A woman could not be funny at all, but find a man who's funny to be attractive and want to date a man who's funny, even though she's not funny whatsoever. A woman can be short, want a tall guy. A woman could lack confidence, but want a guy who's confident. A woman could not be a professional athlete, but want to date a professional athlete. A woman could not be a musical superstar, but want to fuck and lose her virginity to a music superstar. The Weeknd. I don't believe symmetry is necessary to allow oneself to find certain traits attractive.
And that should be common sense. But what happens is that because women don't mind a man's body count and they actually prefer men who have more experience with women, they don't want to have to teach men how to treat them, how to talk to them, how to hold them, how to touch them and things like that. They believe that because they prefer men who have had multiple women, that men should also be attracted to women who have been with multiple men. And that's not how it works. They don't get it. They get it, but they just don't like it. They want their preferences to stay the way they are. I can want a tall guy. I should be able to want a rich man. But you as the man, you better not have any preferences that I don't like. And you have preferences that I don't like. You have preferences that discriminate against me. Then you hate women. You must like other men. You must be down low. They don't like it.
I don't think that symmetry necessarily has to be necessary, but I don't think just because someone's not as funny as someone else or doesn't have that quality, it gives them less value. So I still think that it is a bit hypocritical for a man to have a high body count and to be strict on a woman's body count.
It's his preference.
No, I wouldn't say that's hypocritical.
It's a preference.
So you agree
Agree with what?
that a man with a high body count. What did you say?
Well, I'm saying I don't have any objections to a man who has a high body count desiring or finding attractive women who have a low body count or virgins. Now, whether she wants to date them or not, by the way, I don't have a double standard. So it might be hypocritical, for example, if I said, well, women who have that same standard, that would be wrong. If a woman, how can I frame this? A woman who she doesn't want, maybe she has a high, well, I don't think really women work like this. A woman who has a high body count, if she wants to date a guy with a low body count, that's fine. What? I don't know. Is there a bug or something? Oh, okay. Just kill it, I guess. You guys are strong, independent women. You guys got it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think it's hypocritical.
I don't think it's wrong for a guy with a higher body count than a girl for them to date, but I still do think it's hypocritical.
Yeah, so it's a feeling to her. It's not based in reality. It's more of I should be able to sleep around and men should accept it. But also men should accept my preferences, but I hate men's preferences. That's pretty much what it is. And that's the mindset of most modern women anyway. So at the end of the day, I would rather men don't say what their preferences are if you don't want to have to go into an argument with a modern woman. So let's say you probably don't even have to ask for a body count anyway, because most women are gonna lie. Most women these days are born again virgins after they find Jesus at 35 anyway, so it doesn't matter. So you don't have to ask a body count. You may just have to watch how she moves. It's not going to be easy because most women cheat and most men can't find out or see exactly how she's cheating, but you got to be able to watch how she moves. Or maybe, just maybe, just hear me out. Or maybe if you don't play the game, then you don't have to be worried about her cheating anyway because you're not playing the game. The game of commitment is what I mean, But anyway, shout out to whatever. All right, I see Matt is trying to jump in here. Let me see what I have next. All right, let me see. All right. All right, let me see.
And so that should put your checklist in check, because that means your checklist is not parallel to reality. It's not
your
parallel
reality.
to exactly to your reality. And I remember I said this the other day, like you can't make $32,000 a year looking for a man that makes $189 a year. I mean, can it happen? Yes, anything is possible. However, what is the likelihood of it happening?
Percent
It's
chance.
not exactly. It's not that likely. So do you want to keep spinning your wheels every day, running into the wrong kind of men which are men who don't want you, or men who are not good for you, or men who will not, can't even have a fucking conversation with them? Like, are you going to keep spinning your wheels with these kind of people? Or are you going to like bring yourself into reality? Are you going to quit being delusional? Like the delusion is what's killing us. Like you think you so great and you deserve somebody else. No, what do you qualify for? And you say this all the time, Rico. What do you qualify for? And I'm not saying to like down yourself. It's great to have self-esteem and this, that, and the other. But come on now, self-esteem does not include delusion.
There are some men and there are some women who couldn't pick a good partner if I gave them 10 and they had to choose 1 out of 10 and all 10 were good partners. They still missed the mark.
I think a lot of that though is because we are constantly thinking there's something more.
Better, yeah.
We're never content, and not like in a settling type of way. Like we are never content. It's like this person is 90% of what I want. Gotta be a 99 out there. It's like that is so ridiculous.
It is.
Especially once you get to a certain point in life and you know that you may want certain things that are biologically controlled, like you want a family. How long are you gonna chase 99% if you 47?
And at one point,
how long are you gonna chase
time is
that?
ticking. And at one point, it's not necessarily settling, because we talk about settling all the time. At one point,
Once you get to a certain percentage, okay, you're not settling. You're just
greedy.
Delusional.
Yeah, it's
Now
too
you're just
much.
looking, because ain't nobody out here 100%. Somebody somebody is not gonna have that piece that maybe the person can't drive. All right, we know you wanted a NASCAR driver out this bitch, but the person you just drive for him. You know what I'm saying?
Like you think about, so many people think Beyonce, right, is like top tier, probably incredible, a wonderful wife, all the things. Beyonce is infamously known for not being able to cook. She can't cook.
And messy. She doesn't like clean up after.
So can we really, like, if Beyonce can't cook, y'all, like, and Jay-Z okay with it?
But they can afford. But they can't afford.
If Jay-Z wasn't Jay-Z, he'd be in the 80%. Okay.
Of course.
Like, let's be.
I think what happens is that women, once they date one rich guy, and this happens so many times, the reason why they think the grass is always greener, or they want a man who's bigger and bigger. First of all, they have so many options because of social media. That goes without saying, and dating up. So they get so many options, men coming in and in their DMs and things like that. Because I've told you guys, I've told this story one time. A female colleague showed me her dating up, and she had 500 messages. So 500 different men wanting to take her out. So, but the moment they meet one rich guy or one guy who spends money on them, they're always going to be stuck in the mindset of, I can always do better. They're always going to be chasing that type of guy, because they usually don't keep them anyway. But they're always going to think, one time an athlete talked to me, a basketball player talked to me, so I believe I deserve a man like that. So she's going to date the average guys in the meantime, but at the end of the day, she wants that top tier. That's why she can never settle down until 55. And then she realizes, because women are not waking up anymore at 35. They're waiting until 40, 45, 55.
Be real. Let's be real. Now, you got to be able to take some.
If Jay-Z wasn't Jay-Z, we don't know what he'd be like.
He'd be Sean Carter in the Marcy Projects.
Well, how would you know after all these years that he would still be in the project?
Probably could have got him a sugar mama.
No, but his name is Sean Carter, and he's from the Marcy Project.
No, that's where he's from, but that's not where he was gonna be going. You know, if he wasn't Jay-Z, how you know he was still gonna be there, Aaron? That's
the
question.
Like young 20s, so he still would have been Sean Carter in the Marcy Project.
Anywho,
I ain't hearing that. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm not hearing that.
Jay-Z and Beyonce, we love your music.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that don't know what a good partner looks like, and that's because they listen to the outside resources.
Mm-hmm.
They listen to social media. They base their current situation off prior experiences. Anything that could resemble something that looks like something that was in their past that they did not like, they automatically cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you know, it's like, well, damn, you really think about it, you were never capable of picking a good partner. So what makes you think it's going to be easy now? Because it's not. There's still the reasons why you're picking bad partners probably is because you don't know what you want and you don't know how to identify it.
Mm-hmm.
So you keep falling into this cycle, and now you're blaming the dating pool.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's you. You got to do some real self-reflecting so then you can understand what you need to go after, what really works for you. And unfortunately, you have to learn from experiences because we can't tell you how to be you. You got to deal with that man that's cheating on you for you to realize that cheating is a deal breaker. You got to deal with that woman that doesn't cook and doesn't clean for you to realize that that's a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? Because we all think we know what we want until we get it. And now we back in the dating pool.
Yeah. And you realize, like, damn, the cooking and cleaning actually wasn't quite enough. I need a little bit more than that.
Just got a raise. I could hire.
It's the conditioning. It's the conditioning for good, conditioning for bad. I agree with you. You don't know until you know. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. Like, you really don't know until you know. And you have to try some things out to see if you like it or if you don't like it so that you can be a better picker. But really, for me, it's so that you can make sure that you are being what you say you want. You can, I know they say opposites attract. I think that's partly true. I think more than anything, we're a lot more drawn to similarities. That's what bonds us. Commonality bonds us.
Yeah.
So if I say I want someone that's ambitious and is emotionally intelligent and is fit, let's just say that. Well, at minimum, I need to try to be those three things myself because I'm thinking that that type of person is looking for that too. So
that's not really how it works, especially with ambition. Maybe men may like a woman who's fit, but when it comes to ambition, most men don't really care. They may care if how you spend your money as a woman, how much debt you are in, but ambition, I don't think men care about that. What's up, Mort? What do you think?
What's the deal? No, I disagree with that. I don't think
I don't think opposite. Well, I think opposites attract. Like I don't want a woman. I don't need a woman who has money. Like I don't need a woman who's ambitious at all. Like I want to. I appreciate women for them enjoying and being different from me. Like I want a woman who likes to clean. I want a woman who likes to cook. I'll do those things. I don't enjoy it, right? So I don't want somebody who's like me in those categories. Maybe I want somebody who loves me as I want to love them, right? Like we both want to love each other. You know, maybe we're both givers, right? But as far as the other things, hell no. Like, you don't gotta. I don't need none of that. I want what I want. I don't want me. Like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but where do you think that mindset has come from for women to think that the things they want in a man, the man is going to automatically want those things? Because we hear so many times women talking about, oh, I'm chasing my career, but because I want to come with something to the table. Yet we know that they chase their careers, they make money, but they don't want to spend that money on the man. But they claim the reason they're chasing the money is because men don't want women who use them. But we know no man has ever told any woman that I want a woman who has a bunch of degrees and a bunch of student loan debt. Where do you think the mindset came from for them to think like that?
I don't know, man. I think like so typically a lot of these women, their brains operate on such a shallow level. So like when they're thinking, like on its face, it makes sense, right? Oh, if you got a high body count, then if you got a high body count, you can't want somebody with a low body count. And if you
That's
know,
crazy though.
like, they just operate up here, and then you got to be like, no, like listen, think a little bit deeper, peel the layers back. Like I understand, like if you were 10 years old, that's something that you could think because you're not thinking too deeply, but just think a little bit deeper. No, you don't want you want a man that's taller than you. Most women want men who got more money than them, and you've always wanted that. Most women wanted men who were older. When you were 17, you had a fake ID and you was trying to get the niggas who was fucking 23 and 24, right? So
Yeah.
you don't want somebody that's the same as you.
How quickly they forget that the things they used to do in high school and even in college sometimes, during college times, they may mess around with college guys, but they usually go to the working class type of men who take them on expensive dates. Because, in college kids don't have money. They're all, trying to figure themselves out, getting money from their parents and things like that.
Yeah.
But the moment they reach 35, 40, 45, they are crying that the men in their age are going for the younger women, and they used to do the same shit. It doesn't make sense to me. It's just that's why I was saying. I was just thinking about it, and I was saying that honestly, by the time a woman reaches age 30, and she has not been able to hold down a relationship, it's over with. Any man who comes and thinks that let's say she was never submissive to a man, she has never had to follow a man. She has never had to be soft. She has never had to cook for a man. She has never had to be selfless. I don't think she's going to learn that at 30, at 35, at 40.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah, that's once you get that age, it's a little bit too late to start trying to teach an old dog new tricks,
Facts. Especially if she's making money. It's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's cooked.
Yeah, because you gotta be willing to like really submit, like really look up to somebody. Like at least for me, like I need all of that. Like I need all of you. I don't want none of the. I'm here to teach and coach, and a lot of women once you get that age, even men, once you get that age, it's like you are who you are.
We are stuck in our ways.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't think because some guys say this that oh, you should train your woman. You should coach your woman. And I always say, unless you're sure that this woman, first of all, you're never going to really know. But chances are she has met a man who's taller than you. If she's good looking, she has met a man who's richer than you. She has met a man probably who's even nicer than you. If that man couldn't train her or coach her, what makes you think that she's just going to automatically now be willing to learn from you? She may fake it, because some women can fake submissiveness and softness for the first month, even sometimes 12 months, maybe 2 years. She may fake it because she wants you invested, and as soon as she got you, then her true colors come out. In the beginning, she was initiating romance and intimacy. Then 12 months later, if you don't If you don't initiate, she doesn't initiate it. You know, she's going to talk about she's tired. If the kids come into place after 2 kids, these are the stories we hear about married men that, oh, after 2 kids, she was more focused on the kids, and then she's going to say, I'm tired with the kids. I don't want to sleep with him because I'm too tired taking care of the kids. And that's when they change. So, man, it's crazy.
No, I dig that, but I do think, in my opinion, I don't think a lot of men are good at leading in general, right? And I think a lot of women pick poorly. So when it comes to me dating a woman, I assume typically that she probably picked poorly in her past, and that me, it would be a whole different story, and the cooperation that I'll get from her versus another guy. No, this is not all women, right? Some women, they just who are who they are, right? But I do think that there's a lot of women who just never met a man who not going to play with them, like who not going like you got to have boundaries. A lot of guys don't even have boundaries, right? So
I kind of disagree with you because what age are we talking? If you told me that a 22-year-old woman has never met a good man, I may agree. I may agree. If you're telling me a 35-year-old woman has never met a good man, you're telling me God hated her so much that from the age she turned 21 to age 35, God has just been sending her bad men. That's what if you're trying to convince me that, okay, sure, I'll give it to you. But there is no woman at age 35 who has never met at least 5 good men, whether she noticed it or not. My point is, she came across 5 good men in her entire life. So
yeah.
that's why I'm saying,
So
as a man,
the thing is, what do we when we say good men, right? What do we mean by good men?
upstanding citizen, holds down a job, respects people, is not going to jail, goes to work, comes back, does everyday shit. Because most people are average people. We do our normal things. That's a good man. He doesn't beat up people, respectful person. He's not perfect. I'm talking about upstanding citizen. He's going to be a good father.
So I agree with you there, right? Me and you agree that I think that they fit at least 5 of those type of guys. The thing is, that doesn't make that man a good leader. It doesn't make him able to command like what he needs out of a woman, and it doesn't mean that he has boundaries with women.
What? But that's my point. I may have boundaries, but if she doesn't listen, what difference is it gonna make?
A lot of guys don't require a woman to listen.
No, but why should I even have to require you to listen? If you don't require me to have to provide, how many women want to teach men to be providers? How many? They just want you to know it, right? How many women want to teach men how to be respectful? How many women want to teach men how to pay on the first date? How many women want to teach men how to plan a date? They just want you to know it. So if you expect me to know it, I shouldn't have to teach you how to listen to me.
But it's different though, because
no, it's not.
We're the dominant figure in this relationship.
Doesn't matter. They are not stupid. They are adults. Is what I'm saying.
Think about a woman as an employee, right? As an employer, you have everything already set up. I need you to come and pick up this fucking broom and all of this other stuff. I'm gonna make sure your taxes get paid because that's gonna come out automatically from your check. I'm gonna make sure you got to do this, that, and the third. You just an employee. You come over here. So we're the employer. They're the employee. They get a handbook. They get all of these other things. So that's the kind of the way I see it.
Yes, maybe 50 years ago.
Okay.
That would be a perfect scenario for 50 years ago. Am I saying it doesn't happen right now? You could find every now and then. But on average, women expect a man who knows these things, at least the foundations in place. Okay, he pay for a first date, he plan a first date, just normal things. He's respectful, simple things. They don't have to teach you those things. But if as a man, if I'm doing they call it the bare minimum. I mean, that even sounds crazy to me. If the person is doing the bare minimum, clearly they're doing something right. But anyway, so if a man is doing these so-called manly things, the least thing a woman can do is do the so-called womanly things, feminine things. But I'm talking about you plan a date, and then she's going to say, "Oh no, I don't want to go there. Can we go here?" Because some guy took her there. So I'm gonna hang up. I don't have to. You know what? I'm gonna hang up the phone.
Yeah.
You want me to lead, but now you're telling me what to do from the beginning. Now I get it. I get what you're saying. Some guys are going to go with whatever she's saying and do whatever she's talking about, and then that's going to set the pace for the relationship. I
Yeah.
get what you're saying, but that's because unfortunately we live in a time and place where men have been told that just sticking to your guns is bad, sticking to your guns is toxic, and things like that.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. By the way, I'm just saying it's getting worse.
I mean, ain't that what this space is for? You know?
We are such a small drop of water in a big ocean.
Yeah.
It doesn't even, I mean, I was going to react to let me show you. I don't know if you watched this. This was on hold on. This was on The Guardian. You know The Guardian, the newspaper, I think it's from the UK or something. And you know The Guardian, right?
I heard of it. Yes,
So think of it as I don't know, the Washington Post of the UK or something like that. And look at the title. Let me show you the title. Look at the title.
Has the manosphere ruined dating? Interesting.
But when I play this video, they didn't talk about what men are going through.
Yeah.
They only talked about what women are going through. Yet the title is crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
It's funny because has the manosphere ruined dating? The question should be, has the manosphere ruined dating for women? Right.
Exactly. So they're complaining that men don't want to go to dates anymore, and men, everything women have been saying. But now it's going mainstream. I even did a video on CNBC just on Sunday.
Yeah.
CNBC did the same thing, talking about how dating is expensive now and people don't want to date anymore. CNBC, that was crazy. But it's getting mainstream, but we are still so small. They're only picking it up because it's hot right now.
Yeah.
But let me play a little bit and see the craziness, the feminist mindset. Because I know that went viral. Do you agree with the 6 figures, 50 women?
No, I think Myron. I think a lot of guys, and I don't even know if you're included in this, but it's possible. But I think a lot of guys look at dating in like a nerdy way of like, hey, like let's mathematically reverse engineer this and like figure out like these arbitrary numbers to put on things. And once you hit, like, you don't have to have sex with 50 women. You don't need this. You don't need that. Of course, you should probably be stable, and you should probably have some sort of experience to where you have confidence. But once you build confidence in yourself sexually, once you build confidence in yourself,
But
talking to women, you're good.
Ahmad, let's be honest. Confidence comes from you doing something successfully. No one is born confident. The way LeBron James is confident at 40 years old was not the same way he was confident in basketball. Even like his son. His son doesn't have the same level of confidence he has. His confidence comes from all the wins, the losses, the trials and errors he has put in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't disagree. A man should be confident, but we have to talk about the fact that a man's confidence comes from the work he has put in, from the wins and the losses, and being able to overcome that.
Yeah.
Now, I agree. It doesn't have to be 50 women, but I think men are stopping to think about relationships in terms of, oh, I'm in love, let me just jump on head first. Men are now sitting down doing the math. The days of just being in love, because let's be honest, the women of 2026 are not the women of 1950.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the women of 2026 are expecting to get a man of 1950, they still want the traditional man, but they want to be able to do whatever they want to do. Can we agree on that? So in that aspect, it's going to make, because remember, men are problem solvers. So men are going to look at that same issue they're all facing. They have to sit down and find a strategy. Some men are choosing to stop dating at all. Some men are choosing to pay directly. Some men are choosing to get on the plane. Some men are choosing to, okay, how do I overcome this? I still want to be with women, but I'm tired of making the same mistakes over and over again and being used and abused. How do I figure this out? And that's where the numbers come in. Now, some numbers are ridiculous. But I think that's why when you talk about men are doing the math and the numbers, I think that's where it comes from. Men are just trying to find a solution.
Yeah. And I think like I said, I think that you should build confidence and have some experience. But the same confidence that you're talking about, a lot of people do have that at 13 and 14 and 15 years
But
old, right?
but that's minority.
I don't know. I think if once
Especially if you didn't grow up with a dad. Let's be honest, Matt. That's a
Yeah.
minority. If
Yeah,
you're
but-
5'7", you are
Mhm.
not a basketball player, you are not famous in your school. At 13, 14, you are just a nerd. You just used to go home
I'm
to
talking
your
about
single mom.
to your example of like LeBron James, right? Of like an athlete, right? A lot of those athletes get that confidence early on because they've been doing it and they've gained some early success in life, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm a 15-year-old athlete, I go to a boxing tournament, I'm like, can't nobody here beat me, right? Because you think that that's your esteem of yourself because of you found success in sparring and earlier on. No, I'm saying that yes, go out there, date, have sex, do all that type of stuff, and build confidence. And of course, you're going to find success to some degree, like in your relationships or with women, as far as like, because once you have sex with them, that's success, right? That's a success on my board. Shit, All right, I got her number. We had sex. Cool, success. I think that that's really all you need, but you don't need 50. You can have 10,
I agree. But the issue,
that's the only part I don't agree with is like, oh, you need 50, you need this, you need that, but I dig it. Yeah.
and to be fair, he said that number, he said 50 just to catch attention.
Okay.
You feel me? He has said it multiple times. We are talking about it clearly, but it was just shock value. That's why the same way women talk about the 6 figures, 6 feet and 6 inches. He was talking about, okay, he said
Well, I think
100,000.
women are serious about it though. I think those are kind of like hard stops for them.
No, because men like solutions. Like men like to be pointed in a direction. Okay, bro, how do I lose weight? Eat this, eat that, this, and that. Like strategic. So I think that's why he said it. But obviously, but also I think personally, I don't think it's about even the number more so. Personally, I think it's more about understanding that the times have changed. Because some men are still expecting to get a woman of 2026 as a woman who was in 1950. And unfortunately, that's impossible. I'm sorry, especially if she has a career, because we are talking about a woman who's also going to be working. How many women are signing up to be stay-at-home moms? Usually, women who are signing up to be stay-at-home moms, either they have lots of student loan debt, they're tired of working, they want a man to come in and pay their bills, or maybe they're broke, they're single moms, something. But women are not lining up every single day to be traditional stay-at-home moms, and I think that's what some men are doing wrong. They're thinking they're just going to find this traditional woman who's going to be a woman of 1940, and I think that's not coming back.
Yeah. They out here. I don't agree. I don't fully agree with you. I think some of them are out here, but I do think it's better to get to them early when they just got a lot of love to give.
Yeah, but we're talking about younger years, right?
Yeah.
By that time they're in school. The moment they leave college, if she leaves college with no man, you are cooked. Pretty much. Because she now has friends. Usually the friends are feminists, social media. And I don't know, man. We are cooked. Is what I'm gonna say. I mean, you can see it's going mainstream now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I dig it.
What's all about women thinking that because they have so many college degrees, they're better than men? And we don't even talk about the student loan that they got.
Yeah. What was your my fault? What was the first thing you said before student loans?
No, because the lady in the video was talking about how women are graduating in college, so automatically they believe men who don't have college degrees are below them. Because we have seen, I think this went viral not too long ago when women were saying if a man has a trade and doesn't have a degree, that's a deal breaker, even if he doesn't have any student loan debt. But the fact that he's a plumber, it's a deal breaker. I don't know if you saw that.
Wow, I didn't see that. No.
And I mean, that's the same thing she just said, that because women are graduating with degrees, they want men on that same level. But they don't ever talk about the student loan debt that these women have attained just to get the degrees.
That's a fact.
There is, skip that out.
I think as far as I didn't hear them say that they wanted men, like if the man
Oh yeah, I did a video on it. It was crazy
Wow, that's interesting. That's crazy.
because they think a man without a degree is below them. Crazy, but that's what they believe.
Wow. Yeah, they tripping.
Anyway, man, thank you for pulling up. I'm gonna clock out and go have a nice juicy dinner because I'm tired, man.
For sure, man. I get
Are
with
you
you.
gonna pull up to La Pif tonight? Today's Tuesday. Do they do?
We might have a show tonight. We might not. I'm not even sure, honestly. Normally
Yo,
he would
okay.
contact me by now.
Did you start your thing? Because I think you told me you had set up your studio and everything.
I did. I set it up. I just got to kind of start getting some. I really need to know how to structure it. Honestly, like
Are you trying to do lifestyle or?
I want to do everything. So I want to go live sometimes, and I just want to talk about like you talk about videos that you
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
I want to do that, but I also want to do where I invite people to just talk to them, maybe do interviews, stuff like that. Like for example, like talk to you, like what got you started in this, like where, like all that type
Oh
of stuff.
shoot, I'm down, man. I'm down. Just let me know.
Yeah, I want to do that, and I also want to do panels also. So I want to do all three of
I'm down. I mean, in the next, let me see, in the next 6 weeks, I'm really gonna be even more free. So, because I'm finishing up school. So the moment June shows up, I'll be done. So I'll be good to go. I'll be even more available.
Okay,
I'll be
cool.
going more live and I'll have more time. That's why I haven't been able to pull up to La Pif because they go live a little bit late on the east, and then I gotta go to bed and shit like that. But I'm down, man. Just let me know.
All right, bet. Yeah. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Oh, I sent you. You remember Instagram? Remember when I hit you up?
Okay. So Instagram.
Sometime back, yeah, I hit you up.
All right, bet. All right, cool. So we're gonna do something, get you on the calendar, and we're gonna like kind of maybe I want to do something where we just kind of like a little start out kind of like an interview.
Yeah.
Interview, but more like a conversation, kind of like a Joe Rogan type shit.
Yeah, sure.
And then guess talk about some things that maybe we agree on and disagree on, and kind of
Facts.
So for sure, yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, I get with you, bro.
All right, guys. Thank you, man, for pulling up today. Thank you for, I think was Leonard Richard for the Cash App. I got it, brother. Thank you so much, and everybody who supported. Like the video, share, subscribe. Peace.